what are elements?
Group of similar kind of atoms.
You told your answer.
What, ma'am?
You told your answer only. Your
Yeah.
question's answer is only you told.
Okay, ma'am.
From atoms, elements are made.
Yeah.
So when atoms combine, they form elements, and that atom should be of the same kind. So atoms won't exist in the this one form. Some stay individually, but most of them don't stay individually. They combine. But after combination, also when the molecules are formed, in that molecule, all the molecules are made up of similar atoms. Then that substance, that type of a matter, we call as elements.
Ma'am, and the like when they combine, do they how do they combine? Like the electrons, do they make a single ring around everything?
What? Couldn't get?
Like how do they combine? Do they combine same like compounds?
Wait for that. I'm explaining the full chapter. Full chapter is based on that.
Okay, ma'am.
This chapter and the next chapter.
Okay, ma'am.
So atoms are neither created nor destroyed. So these are the atoms. The elements, when atoms combine, atoms are electrically neutral. They do not any charge. They do not carry any charge. Although it consists of charged particle, but it do not carry any charge as a whole, because the total positive charge present in the atom is equal to total negative charge of the atom. So therefore, the total atom as a whole is electrically neutral. Okay. Now atoms generally, what happens? Atoms combine and they form molecules. Many atoms combine, they form molecules. So different atoms of different elements have given the specific name. Berzelius was a scientist who discovered the way of writing the names of the atoms. Instead of writing the full name of that atom element, we write the short forms. So what are those short forms? That is a first letter of that particular element, or first two letters has been considered. Either one or two letters has been considered to name any atoms. So names of atoms or symbols of atoms. Names or symbols which represents atom of an element. Now those names you need to remember, the symbols you have to remember. First one is hydrogen. Symbol is H. Then helium.
Ma'am, should we write everything?
Yes. He. Lithium is Li. Then beryllium, Be. Boron, B. Carbon, C. Nitrogen. You have to remember in the same sequence. Nitrogen, after that oxygen, symbol is O. Fluorine, symbol is F. Neon, we write it as Ne. Sodium, Na. Magnesium, it is Mg. Aluminium,
Ma'am, these all are names of atoms, right?
yeah, names of the atoms.
Oh, the sodium is different. First two letters are on there.
Silicon, Si. Phosphorus, P. Sulfur, S. Chlorine, Cl. Argon, Ar. Potassium, K. Calcium, Ca. You have to remember the sequence till this. And after that, some other elements names. Iron, Fe, copper, Cu, silver, Ag, cobalt, C, small o, then lead, Pb, nickel, Ni, chromium, Cr, zinc, Zn, gold, Au, platinum, Pt, mercury, Hg, bromine, Br, iodine, I, uranium, U, barium, Ba, cesium,
Ma'am, can you
Cs,
go up?
cesium, gallium, Ga, germanium, Ge, tungsten, W.
Ma'am, can you scroll up only
Wait,
for one
wait, I'm
second?
writing.
Okay, ma'am.
Let me finish.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Berzelius was a scientist who has given these symbols. So in this one, they have taken from their English names. Some of them has been taken from their Latin names. Sodium comes from natrium. Natrium was a Latin name. From that natrium, Na came. Potassium comes from cuprum. The cuprous is copper. It is something different. Potash. It was called potash. Kalium it is. Natrium, kalium. Lead comes from
Ma'am, so we
plumbum.
have
Pb lead comes from plumbum. So there are the names came from the English names, first or second letters of English names, and the some of the name has given by the scientists from their Latin names. They have taken first letter when you are writing. There is a rule for writing them. If it is taken in the only one letter, then it should be capital letter. If there are two letters, so out of two letters, first letter is always capital letter and the second letter is always small letter. You cannot write both of them capital letters. First letter should be a capital letter and the second letter should be a small letter.
These are first 20 elements from periodic table, no?
First 20 is still calcium only,
Yeah.
and others you need to know those.
ma'am, the iron and all is not the continuation, ma'am.
No, they are not continuation after calcium.
Okay, ma'am.
Done. So Berzelius was a scientist. He has given earlier. Dalton has given some naming system, but there are the symbols was there, and remembering those symbols will be much more difficult. So therefore, Berzelius came with this system of representing any element.
Can
Ma'am, ma'am, can you just scroll it out?
I'm writing.
Ma'am, after lead, what it is, ma'am?
Nickel. Nickel.
Ma'am, and after nickel is chromium.
Chromium.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, for uranium is the symbol U or V?
U. Uranium starts with U.
Ma'am, but tungsten is denoted by W.
Yeah, it came from the Latin name.
Okay, ma'am.
Aluminium is Al, no?
Yeah. Tungsten is wolfram. Latin name of the tungsten is wolfram. Wolfram. So therefore it W. Tin is Sn.
Ma'am, I never heard about gallium and germanium.
You have not heard most of them, and further part you are working. That is also most of the things you have not heard.
Okay, ma'am.
Tin Sn. Stannum.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the last ones, do we need to write it in order?
No, it's not in order. I've randomly have given you.
Okay,
Till calcium only you have to remember.
fine.
Mercury is Hg.
Yeah. Latin names. Copper. Cu is cuprum. Iron, it is Fe. It is ferrum. Lead, Pb, is plumbum. This is copper. Iron, lead. Then it is Na, natrium. It is sodium. K, calcium. Potassium. single L. Then it is next is mercury, hydrangeum. Mercury. Silver, argentum. Gold, Au, aurum. I had already done, no? Tin, it is Sn. Stannum. Tungsten, W. Wolfram,
Ma'am, in Latin,
Ma'am,
something,
yes,
ma'am,
yes,
ma'am, what is Hg?
I've written here.
Hydra
Hydrangeum, hydrageum.
ma'am, in calcium, potassium. After
It Lium, not double L. Double L is not there.
okay.
Ma'am,
Yes?
so we should also remember these Latin names or
No,
not?
this is for your information. You should be genius now. You will get to know how you will this impress others. Nothing. That is only for your information. Nothing else. Okay, so that is you should know why copper. Copper is why Cu. Why not Co? Because Co is already used for cobalt, C and small o. Don't make it capital O. Then if C and capital O means is carbon monoxide is a compound. So capital C and small o makes
Ma'am,
it cobalt.
why is the difference for capital and small
Just now I
letters?
told you, you're not learned it, heard it properly. What I told just now?
Ma'am, for capital O, it will become carbon monoxide.
Got your answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? So the first letter, there are two letters. When that in that two letters, you always remember that first letter should be a capital letter, but the second letter is always a small letter. Chlorine. Chlorine is Cl. Chlorine I have written or not? Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
chlorine is there. Yeah, Cl. Okay. So there are the to avoid confusion because now hydrogen is H and helium is also starts with H. Then there should be some difference between H and hydrogen and helium. So therefore they have taken for hydrogen they have given H and for helium they have considered He. Right? So this way that same thing is lithium is Li. Then lanthium is also there. Lithium is also there and lanthium is also there. So that is La it is considered. Okay. So
It's not written here. It's
no,
not.
it's not there. It is much more. That's radioactive elements. When you will learn that time it is. So whatever it is needed for you, I have written those.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so these are the symbols of elements. You have to remember each and every symbol of elements. Zinc, immediately you get to know that zinc means Zn. Copper means Cu. It should immediately come in your mind. Okay. Now further we have to study molecules. Now what are molecules? And what are ions? There are two types are there further. Atoms combine. Atom gets converted into molecules and ions. So first molecules. So molecules are those particles in which it is a group of atoms. Molecules is group of atoms. Sometimes atoms combine to attain stability. That means atoms as a whole is electrically neutral, but there is a thing that is it can't live alone. Just like in a society we don't live alone, we need a family to stay. One single person can't stay happily. He can stay but not happily because he is not there to anyone to share something. So any person can't live alone, much more difficult to live alone. So we generally form, humans generally always live in a colony, forms family and start living in the family. The same thing atoms also. Few atoms stay individually, they exist individually. A single atom can exist, but most of the atoms can't stay individually, means their existence cannot be seen, their single existence cannot be seen. The reason behind it, it's uh, octet rule, that we call as octet rule. Now what is octet rule? So in the octet rule, what is octet rule is, for that you need to know about the structure of an atom. Atom consists of protons, neutrons and electrons. Out of these three, protons and neutrons present in the center, in the very small area that is called as nucleus, and electrons revolve around this in a fixed shells. Electrons are keep revolving in the fixed shells. So here are the electrons which are continuously moving here. So these are the positions of electrons in which the electrons are keep on
Ma'am,
revolving around the nucleus. Now here, then the protons are positively charged particles, neutrons do not carry any charge, and electrons carries negative charge. So although atom consists of positively charged protons present inside the center, at the center, as well as negatively charged electrons are present in the atoms. But then also we consider atom is neutral because the number of protons and number of electrons are equal always. And due to that, the total positive charge carried by protons is nullified or cancelled by equal negative charge carried by electrons. So therefore, atom is neutral, do not carry any charge. And one more rule we call as octet rule. So what is octet rule? Electrons are present in each shell. There is a particular rule is there. By that rule, we have to place electrons in the particular shells. That rule I will explain you after molecules. When ions part will come, I will explain that part also. How the electrons are placed. That rule is called as electronic configuration. How the electrons are distributed in different shells is called as electronic configuration. Now in this electronic configuration, the number of electrons present in the last shell is called valence electrons. Number of electrons present in the last shells. These are the shells. In that the last shell, how many electrons are present? Those are called valence electrons. Now those valence electrons, there is a rule. Everyone's aim is to complete 8 electrons in the last shell. So every atom wants to get 8 electrons in the last shell. That is valence electron. There should be 8 electrons in their last shell always. So this is called octet rule. And to complete this, to get 8 electrons in the last shell, they start forming family. To fulfill their need, what is their need? Having 8 electrons in the last shell. Only leave the, in case of first 10 elements, they want only 2 electrons in the last shell, and the others will need 8 electrons in the last shell. So when atom's main aim, every atom's main aim is to complete 8 electrons in the last shell. So that is done. If they don't have, then what they will do? Some atoms lose some electrons and some atoms gain electron. Able to understand? Now anyone has,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
any atom has, suppose 2 or 3 electrons, and now it needs 8 electrons in the last shell. So what it will think? It has two options. One option is gain 5. Now suppose any atom has 2 electrons in the last shell. Okay, it needs 8 electrons in the last shell. We know that is 2 electrons are present after completing the earlier shell. So suppose there are 3 shells. Suppose, for example, I will tell you the electronic configuration of sodium is first shell 2 electrons, second shell 8 electrons, and next is 1 electron in the third shell. So this is the valence electron, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
this shell and this shell is completely filled. There are 8 electrons, but 1 extra electron it has. Now it has 2 options. Either gain 7 electrons or lose 1 electron. Which one is easier?
Lose 1 electron.
Lose 1 electron.
So lose 1 electron. So in this case, the sodium will lose 1 electron. And after losing 1 electron, then what will happen?
It
Now
will
what
be
is left in
positive.
this one? Now there are 2,8. So this shell will become the last shell now.
Yes.
Because this 1 electron gone, so there will not be any shell because electron is not there from where the shell will come. Shell will not be there. Okay, shell is what? Imaginary path in which the electrons are revolving. Just like the orbit of Earth. Earth is also revolving. Is there a particular path? Track is there? No. It is an imaginary line in which Earth is rotating. The same shell, the same thing we call as a shells for electrons also. Electrons also revolve in a particular path. So that imaginary path we call as shells, right? So when that 1 electron is lost, now no shell is present because electron is not there. So that means what is the last shell now? This is the 8. So that means last shell has now 8 electrons.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the need of sodium. Same thing, any other atom has 2 electrons in the last shell. What it will do?
Lose 2 electrons.
It will lose 2 electrons because it has 2 options, that is either lose 2 electron or gain 6 electrons. So now losing or gaining needs energy. Losing or gaining needs energy. It won't happen that is okay, I want just like I will go and purchase the vegetables from the market. That won't happen here. For purchasing also the money is needed. The same thing here, gaining or losing, in both the cases energy is necessary. Now equal energy is needed. Equal energy is needed. If anyone is coming, proper hospitality that atom has to do. Now if it gains 6 electrons, that means hospitality for those new electrons will become a guest for that atom. Now it has to do hospitality. If guests are coming to your house, you have to do the hospitality. So that means here what is the hospitality by the atom? The electrons are revolving around the nucleus due to force of attraction provided by the nucleus, gravitational force. So here also the force is needed to keep electrons revolving around the nucleus, and that centripetal force is applied by protons, positive charge of protons, right? Now every electron is assigned to that one. So that force of attraction keeps the electron connected to that particular atom. Now extra electron when comes to the atom, what will happen then? The proton has to apply force of attraction on all of them.
Yes, ma'am.
But the number of protons can't change. Those protons have the sufficient energy to only, it can hold whatever the number of electrons originally that atom has. And now extra electron, it can manage 1, 2 or 3 extra electrons, not more than that. Proper force of attraction the proton can't provide. So therefore, gained electrons will not remain stable, stick to that atom, because it is not getting the sufficient force of attraction. It's clear? So therefore, any atom maximum can gain either 1, 2 or 3 electrons. More than 3 electron gaining property is not possible in any atom. Any of the atom gaining more than 3 electrons is not possible. At least somehow it will manage for 1, 2 or 3. Clear? So therefore, and the losing also needs energy. So to lose electron, because it has to overcome the force of attraction of the protons. Now anyone in the house has to go outside. Much more, this one is there. Now siblings, your siblings are going outside to stay in the hostel. It will be much more difficult for them to take out from the house. If any one of the siblings, you're leaving your house, going to the hostel, there is a much more emotions are there. It is much more difficult to move out.
Sad feeling.
Sad feeling. The same thing here also, because attachments are there. The same thing, these original home electrons have the attachment with the proton. Leaving that will take a large amount of energy. Overcoming forces needed to take out, because those are stick to the atom. And now we have to take it out. So we have to apply more energy. Then only we have to take those electrons out. So losing of electrons and gaining of electrons both needs energy. Okay. Now, so the less number of electrons can be gained, or less number of electrons can be lost. Now here any atom has 1 electron, then it will lose 1 electron instead of gaining 7 electrons. Yes, Vedant, complete your doubt first.
Ma'am, is it because the force of attraction is positive and negative attraction, no, like magnet?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So there is a positive force, a positive charge applying the force of attraction on the negative charge, because we know oppositely charged particles attract each other. So electrons are revolving due to the force of attraction applied from the center, that is the centripetal force provided by the protons.
Okay.
Ma'am, maximum gaining and losing is 3, ma'am.
Maximum is 3.
Okay, ma'am.
So there are 2 ways. Yes, Daphne?
And I just have a doubt. If suppose the electron in the last shell, if you remove some of them, then what happens to the protons? Because
Protons remain same. There is no change in the protons.
ma'am, but both the number of protons and electrons should be same, no?
Yeah, it is same. Therefore, it is an uncharged particle. But when there is a inequality is there, then atom will start carrying a charge. And that atom, we don't call it as an atom, we call that as ion. Then that particle we call as ion. We don't call it as atom, because now that particle has started carrying some charge, either positive or either negative. Okay, so those we call as cations and anions, depending on the charge it carries. Okay, so by this way, to complete the octet, that means any atom can't live alone. It needs to bind. So how it will bind? By losing or gaining electron. So when either, this is the one of the method. Second method, by sharing of electrons. It will share. Some of the, in some cases, the atoms cannot completely lose electron or completely gain electron. So they will start sharing electrons between them. And to share the electrons or transfer of electrons, the force of attraction is created between 2 or more atoms. And this way, the atoms combine together, form a group of atoms that we call as molecules. It's clear?
I didn't understand the sharing atom.
Sharing you will learn in class 10th. Only remember that is the bonding form. The 2 or more atoms combine together by 2 ways. One by complete transfer of electrons. That means one will lose and other one will gain electrons. And the second one is they share electrons. The same electrons will revolve around both the atoms.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
So that is called, that is another way of sharing atoms combined together. But that is the way the 2 or more atoms can combine together. They attach together. Force of attraction is created between the 2 atoms. Now this way, the atoms combine, they start living together as a one group, just like a one family they form. And like that, many families will present in the matter, just like water, if we take it. So in water, we have seen there is 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen combined together, forming a one family that is we call as molecule. And that similar type of molecules are present throughout the water. So that means what is then one family, what we have given the name as one family?
Hydrogen.
Three atoms is molecule. One family of atoms, that is we call as molecules, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The similar way, now here, if the molecules are formed by combining only similar atoms, when molecule is formed, that means that 2 or more similar atoms combine together. There is a possibility of some atoms, that is oxygen combines with another oxygen and form O2. That is oxygen molecule is formed. Hydrogen, one hydrogen atom combines with another hydrogen atom, form hydrogen atom, hydrogen molecule. One chlorine atom combines with another chlorine atom, forms chlorine molecule, and that is a molecule of a gas. So if in a substance, in a matter, we see that is all the molecules are made up of similar atoms, then that substance, that type of a matter we call as elements or a molecule of element. So this means in elements, molecules are formed when 2 or more similar 2 or more atoms combine they form molecule. Now here in an oxygen gas, if we take an oxygen gas, we will see in the molecule of oxygen, it has 2 oxygen atoms. So everywhere you will see oxygen atoms. Everywhere, every molecule of oxygen gas, we will see oxygen. Everywhere oxygen only seen, 2 oxygen atoms combined together. They have attached together, forming a one molecule, and that one molecule has a separate existence. If we take ozone, then in the ozone, there are 3 oxygen atoms combined. O. Ozone, there is a molecule of ozone consists of 3 oxygen atoms binded together. So similar molecules are seen there. So everywhere we can see there is a one single atom is present. So therefore these are called as elements.
Ozone is O3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there is a similar atoms or different atoms. When different atoms combine, sorry, here, 2 hydrogen atoms combine with 1 oxygen atom. 1 oxygen atom and 2 hydrogen atoms have been combined. So this way, the molecule of water is formed. So this is this one, water. In water, what we see, the one group is formed where the different atoms have been combined. So therefore, this substance we call as compound. Molecule of a compound. This is a molecule of an element. Clear now?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, when the atom lose electrons, so what happens to them?
That's what just now told, that they will form positively charged ion.
No, I'm not talking about atoms. I'm talking about electrons.
That's what, when any atom loses electron, it will lose only when there is an acceptor. So someone is there to accept that electron, just like chlorine. Chlorine has 287 electronic configuration. I will explain just after this, I will explain that ionic part also.
Okay, ma'am.
I need to explain that, otherwise you can't understand what is ion. Chlorine electronic configuration at 287. Now it has 2 options, losing 7 electrons or gaining 1 electron, which is easier.
Gaining one.
Gaining 1 electron
Gaining
is
one,
easier. So sodium will lose 1 electron when it comes in closer to chlorine. So sodium will lose 1 electron and that lost electron will be gained by chlorine. So by that way, the sodium will form positively charged particle and chlorine will form negatively charged particle. And we know that is oppositely charged particles have force of attraction. So therefore sodium and chlorine attach together with a strong
Ma'am,
force of attraction, and that way the molecule of sodium chloride is formed. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. Ma'am, but the number of ma'am, atomic number means the number of atoms present.
Number of protons present in it.
Ma'am, then why is it called atomic number?
Atomic number, the number of that atom. And that is decided by number of the atom, that is decided by the number of protons present in it.
So it's the number of protons, it's not atoms.
No.
Ma'am?
Number of protons in
Okay.
it is called atomic number.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Proton and what is neutron. So
Neutrons
neutron is no charge.
do not carry any charge.
Yes. What is their use, ma'am?
They are used in nuclear reactions.
Okay.
Okay, so when any molecule is formed with similar type of atoms, so similar atoms, same atoms combine to form a molecule, then that is called as molecule of an element. And if the different atoms combine to form molecule, then it is called as molecule of compound. If similar atoms combine to form molecule, then it is called molecule of element. And if two or more different atoms combine to form molecule, then it is called molecule of compound.
Ma'am, atoms are even smaller than cells.
Yes, the same question you have asked last class also.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, last class I had asked.
Okay, so here it is oxygen, O2, then it is chlorine, consists of Cl2. Molecule of the chlorine is written as Cl2. Molecule of hydrogen gas is represented by H2. This is a molecule of hydrogen. Molecule of bromine is Br2. Phosphorus is P4. 4 atoms of phosphorus combined together. Sulfur, it is S8. That is 8 atoms of sulfur combined together, then it will form the molecule of sulfur. So here everywhere you can see the single atom is present in every molecule. Same atom of phosphorus is present in the 4 atoms of phosphorus are present in one molecule of phosphor. That means here similar atoms are present. So therefore it is called as phosphorus, molecule of a phosphorus. But in case of compounds, it is H2O. In this 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom is present. So different atoms have been combined. If you take example of glucose, C6H12O6. So there are 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, and oxygen 6 atoms have been combined. So totally there are 24 atoms combined together and they form the one molecule. So this is we call as compound. This is not a element, it is a compound because here 3 different types of atoms combined to form one molecule. Carbon dioxide, 1 carbon, 2 oxygen atoms combined together. So therefore it is a molecule of a compound. Able to understand molecule of element and molecule of compound?
Yes, ma'am.
Why not P2?
It's
Or
not
S?
there, they don't exist.
They can't combine like that.
Yeah, they can't combine that way.
Okay.
It's depending on the number of electrons, valence electrons they have. To
Both
complete
are
their octet, what they
fine.
are doing.
They are gaining 3.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you scroll up 1 second?
Everyone write down. I'm going to explain the atomicity.
What was above this?
What?
What was above molecules?
No, nothing.
Okay. Oh, this only. Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, so in one atom we should learn the mass number, number of protons, electrons.
What couldn't get?
Ma'am, so we should learn the atomic number, mass number.
Yeah, so atomic number is the number of protons in the atom. Number of protons, and that is number of electrons, because both are equal.
Ma'am, we get it in periodic table only, right?
Yeah, it will be in the periodic table it is used.
Ma'am, we should learn everything.
Not all. No. Till 20, remember.
Okay.
Till calcium. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next is atomicity. Now what do you mean by atomicity? Atomicity. What do you mean by atomicity? So here atomicity is the number of atoms present in one molecule of a substance. Present in one molecule. Now here you can see that is in oxygen there are 2 atoms. In chlorine, one molecule of a chlorine, there are 2 atoms. One molecule of hydrogen, there are 2 atoms. One molecule of phosphorus, there are 4 atoms. One molecule of sulfur, there are 8 atoms. Right? So this number of atoms present in one molecule is called as its atomicity. According to atomicity, elements are divided into, according to atomicity, elements are divided as monoatomic, diatomic, third one is triatomic, polyatomic, tetra or polyatomic. Poly means more than one. So monoatomic, that means a molecule has only one atom. A molecule has only one atom. And these are all inert gases, noble gases. Examples are noble gases. So what are the noble gases? Helium,
Neon.
neon, radon,
Krypton.
Xenon.
xenon, krypton. These are the noble gases. They do not combine. Chemical reaction is what happens. This is due to this is the reason. To complete their octet, elements take part in chemical reaction. So what is they are taking part in chemical reaction? That means they are combining with other elements to complete their octet. What is chemical reaction means? You are using the word chemical reaction takes place, chemical reaction takes place. So what is chemical change? What is chemical reaction? That is a bonding between the atoms change. So why the bonding between atom changes? That is to complete their octet. They combine. Sodium combines with chlorine. Why sodium will combine with chlorine? Because sodium's last shell is not completely filled. It has one extra electron. It wants to give something, give that electron to someone. So when it wants to give, there should be a acceptor. So it will accept there is a chlorine comes closer, which accepts that electron, and therefore sodium and chlorine combines together. So sodium gets converted into common salt. Sodium chloride is common salt. Clear? So this is what the chemical reaction takes place. So now here, noble gases do not undergo any chemical reaction because they have completely filled octets. So these are noble gases because they do not take part in chemical reaction. Why not they take part in any chemical reaction? Because their octet is complete. There are 8 electrons in the valence shell. They have 8 electrons in their valence shell. They no need to now, they don't need to lose electrons, or they are not supposed to gain electrons because their need is fulfilled. So this is the reason why noble gases do not take part in any chemical reaction. And therefore the atoms of these elements remain individual. They can stay alone. All other atoms can't. So diatomic, that is a one molecule has 2 atoms. That is oxygen, O2, nitrogen, N2, then chlorine, Cl2, hydrogen, H2, iodine.
Ma'am, but when we write the periodic table, like in the table, ma'am, why don't we mention the atomicity?
Atomicity when it forms the molecule, and periodic table only represent the names of the elements.
Okay, ma'am.
So oxygen can't exist as O.
No, it won't.
Okay.
So triatomic, that means a molecule has 3 atoms. Only one example, ozone. And polyatomic means a molecule has more than one atom. More than one. So it can be diatomic, triatomic, tetratomic, anything. Example is phosphorus, P4, S8, Sulfur.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Question is asked for 1 mark. Name 2 diatomic elements. The question is asked, name 2 diatomic elements. So you need to remember oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine,
Okay.
fluorine. These are all diatomic.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, why only phosphorus and sulfur and polyatomic? We can also write oxygen and all.
Yeah, oxygen will also, that's what I told. More than one, everything is polyatomic.
Fine.
Therefore, it is written more than one atom. So ozone will come also will also come in polyatomic.
Ma'am, so there is only one molecule of triatomic. That's triatomic.
Yes, that is
Only
diatomic.
ozone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then the atomicity of compounds is also the same number of atoms present in a molecule of a compound. So what is atomicity of H2O?
2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen.
So total is
3.
3.
3. So atomicity of hydrogen is 3. CO2
3.
3.
3. HCl
2.
hydrogen and chlorine only 2. Right? Next.
24. 6.
6.
7, ma'am, sorry.
4 1 2. 4 plus 3 7. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes.
5.
Was the answer?
6. 6.
No.
8.
Ma'am, is that capital O after C?
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, how 8?
1 plus 3 4 5 6 7 8.
Ma'am, but they should write CO2H,
Yeah,
right?
CO2H.
Why double O?
This is the organic compound representation.
Okay. That's what I got confused now.
That is vinegar formula.
It's 9. $17.
Ma'am,
3 is
how 7?
applicable for all of these 3. Sulfur is 1 into 3 is 3. Oxygen is 4 into 3. O4 is written 3 times.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
So 12 plus 3 15 plus 2 17. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
6.
6.
5, I'm sorry.
Ma'am, let's see. Oh, okay, ma'am.
Clear?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
I counted
calcium
calcium
hydroxide.
as 2, ma'am.
What?
That's why.
Yes, Anurag?
Ma'am, is it calcium hydroxide?
Yes, it is calcium hydroxide.
Ma'am, why don't they write Al2S3O12?
No. SO4 is a one substance.
Okay.
It's together. That is a group.
Sulfate?
Sulfate. Aluminum sulfate, that is.
Okay.
Earlier, this one you have written?
Yes, ma'am.
This is also no atomicity. Have you written atomicity?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, that CH3COOH is
That is organic compound, acetic acid.
organic and normal compound.
What is organic compound? Acetic acid, vinegar.
So what is the difference between that and normal compound?
Organic compounds' representation is somewhat different. Those are covalent
Ma'am?
compounds.
Ma'am, what is organic compound?
Compounds which consist of hydrogen and oxygen.
So when H2 is organic.
Hydrogen and carbon both. H2O is not organic.
Hydrogen and carbon. Okay.
Both should be there.
Can you scroll it down?
Ma'am,
Yes.
then how much is atomic number of biogas?
Biogas is a mixture, not a compound. Biogas is a mixture of methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, argon.
Ma'am, I finished.
This is atomicity. So next class we will study the how ion formation takes place, what is electronic configuration, how the compounds are formed by knowing the electronic configuration. Okay, so that is the actual part of the chapter's next class. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So class 8 students can leave. And math students continue now. Maths. 9 students continue maths.
Okay, ma'am.